Good morning. How are you? It's Caroline from Complete Fitness and Wellbeing with 5 moves in 5 minutes for you on this Friday morning. And as it's Friday morning, it's always balance and strength. The class we do every week where we focus on the same moves so we can see our progressions week on week. So balance, hugely important at all stages of life, but especially so as we go through midlife and we get older. Sometimes we're not aware of our balance until we are aware of our balance, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. So by incorporating movements where we specifically tune into that, we can continue to develop it, maintain it, and have it there to help us as we go through life, where we have those odd trips, stumbles, that we need our balance to then be able to help us regain our sort of strength, our posture, if we maybe have a little bit of tumble. So the moves I'm going to show you, a couple of different ones today. One, we're going to use a ball to mobilise and warm our feet up, because then we need and want good foot mobility. We need good mobility throughout the whole body, but sometimes we don't pay much attention to our feet. So we're going to do a bit of foot rolling. We're going to do a bit of hand-eye coordination, catching with the ball, a couple of moves which are our regular moves, and then just some balancing and moving the body up and down. So on that note, if you're going to join in, fantastic. But as always, make sure you're feeling fit and well, and you're really going to do what's suitable for you with your balance as well. Have something close to hand if you want it, if you need it, so we can get used to the exercises. You haven't got to do anything without any support at all. And you have a clear, safe space as well, so there aren't any hazards around to impinge on your balance as we go. So first two moves, I've got a ball, a little tennis ball, but you can have a massage ball or anything. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to set the timer for 45 seconds worth. I am barefooted, and I'm just going to gently start with my foot on top of the ball. You decide how much pressure you put on there, and I'm just going to roll the ball back and forth through my foot. So if this is something that you might be thinking, ugh, can't be doing with feet, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to do this at all. It could be instead you do some ankle mobility. Maybe we sort of write the alphabet with our foot. So again, we're getting more movement. Or maybe you might be happier just gently massaging your foot without the pressure of the ball. But lots of ways, again, to keep the feet mobile. I'm going to change sides very briefly, but we would do a couple of rounds and just sort of noticing how that foot feels. When we've done that, you can then assess, maybe they feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more mobile. Maybe something to incorporate. Then we're going to do, we've been doing catch for the last few weeks. Instead of catching, we're going to bounce it, but I am going to still aim to be on one foot while I'm doing it. So with my ball, I'm bouncing and catching. If you didn't want to be on one leg or foot, you could just rest the big toe down of the balancing leg, non-balancing leg, while your arm does the work. And again, I'm focusing just on one side. Oops. So again, I'm having to watch the ball. My right leg and foot are grounding me, keeping still, really connected with the floor. And again, that ball could go anywhere. If it hits the corner of a mat or something, it could send it off in a different direction. So I've got to be able to adjust, or perhaps I can play around with where I'm throwing it, actually, to add a bit more variety there. So we will do both sides with the ball. Now, two more moves that we do every week. With weight or without, we're going to do our tiptoe, bend, lower, straighten. So we're coming up onto tiptoe, and I'm holding a weight close to my chest, but you can do this without a weight. Feet hip width apart. I'm coming up onto my tiptoes, gently bending the knees, but pushing the hips back, and then lowering my heels down, straightening. So tiptoe, bend, lower, straighten. So tiptoe, bend, lower, straighten. How often do you tiptoe throughout the day? We might not consciously think about it. Maybe if we're reaching up for something, we're coming up onto the toes. So again, we're doing a lot of these movements, maybe without even being aware. So when we tune into it, we may notice again, it feels okay, or we may be realizing we need to do more work on it. Pause from there. Then we're going to go into a heel-toe walk. So often, again, we cue everything feet in line with hips, again, to help for that balance. But what if we need to walk differently or quickly walk along the curb in a tightrope situation? So from here, heel to toe. And having my feet being barefoot, I can again really feel the toe against the heel, heel against the toe. But in your socks or even in your shoes, we're changing our stance. So we're having to walk differently. Again, I'm holding a weight. You could do this as body weight. Just adding a little bit of extra resistance to the movements. And again, I'm looking straight ahead, aiming not to look at the floor. But if that was okay, maybe we look left to right. Oops. As you see, that challenges the balance there. But if we're walking out and about, we've got to be looking left to right a lot of the time, haven't we? Brilliant. And then the last move, we're going to go into a single leg deadlift, come up with a knee height and a reach. So feet hip width apart again. My right leg is in a step back. My left leg is grounded, soft knee. My arms are reaching down. I'm resting, raising my right leg up. As I come back up, I'm bringing that right knee into a high knee, and then I'm reaching. I'm coming back down. Maybe I tap the foot back down, step it out, hinge back down again. Or maybe I can keep it fairly fluid, reaching up and going straight back out again. If you didn't want to have that back leg extending, we could take the leg back. We could just hinge. So that foot still stays on the floor. Come up. Don't have to do a knee high. We can just reach up. So there's always options. The body is always working to help stabilize us and keep us balanced. And it's starting where you're at. Where do you feel most comfortable? Start there and then we progress. Or sometimes we need to regress due to other factors going on. So 5 moves in 5 minutes a day to mobilize the feet, challenge our hand-eye coordination and a bit of catch practice, raising up onto tiptoes, coming down into a mini squat, walking along a curb, and then hinging and reaching up. So a real mixture of things to challenge the balance and work the rest of the body, muscles, the joints, everything, and the brain in terms of working it all out. So I hope that was of use. Let me know how you get on with your balance, any issues that you've come across, what have you found that's helped, or can I help in any other way? Do let me know. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back next week with more 5 moves in 5 minutes. Take care, and I'll see you soon.